Hi guys, what's up? It's Joe Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video I'll be doing another review for a movie that I've seen recently. It's called Johnny English Reborn. In the last video I did a review for Johnny English, which I'll leave a link to down below. Of course, there's going to be spoilers in this review, so without further ado, let's get on with it. So this film was released on the 7th of October 2011 in the UK. I watched it yesterday. It's a Universal and working title film. We've got the same cast. Johnny English is played by Rowan Atkinson. Ben Miller isn't in this film, as well as Natalie Imbruglia, and of course, John Malkovich. They were only in the first film, but we do see Miller later on in the next film, which I'll get onto in the next video. I didn't watch it on Now TV, but I did have a rating of it. It got 2.5-star rating on Now TV. We've got Gillian Anderson, who plays Pamela Thornton, aka Pegasus. We've got Rosamund Pike, who plays Kate Sumner, who's this behaviour she studies behaviour, whatever. We've got Dominic West, who plays Simon Ambrose. Daniel Kaluuya, who plays Agent Tucker. We've got Togo Igawa, who plays Ting Wang, who's English's trainer at the start. We then saw Sir Johnny English was crossed out. Basically, he had his knighthood taken away after an accident in Mozambique. He was doing lots of training, good concentration. He felt the heat. He was then pulling a stone. He was fighting someone. As they turned their back, he hit them on the head with the gong stick, and then he asked, "Am I ready?" Because they had something from MI7. His trainer was like, "No, window seat or aisle." When he went to Pegasus' office, he pushed the cat out. We have Richard Schiff, who plays Titus Fisher. Then we see Tim McInerney, who plays Patch Quatermain, who's basically a Q with all these gadgets. There was this exploding phone, and when the phone exploded, he was like, "I won't leave you my number." Patch had this wheelchair with a gun, can reach top speeds of, I think, 60 miles per hour. English then took these sweets that changed his voice, and then he was like, "Crystal clear, Pegasus." We hear Tucker say, "I'm not 21 till September, sir," because they were going to a casino. He was like, "Nonsense, you're part of Her Majesty's." And then when English went to bought 10,000 chips, Tucker was like, "And the receipt, please." Tucker was looking for a man with spectacles. He found the right one, but then English found the wrong one. The guy they were looking for, he was stabbed with a cocktail umbrella, and there was this address on the chip. Pick Sen Lim plays this killer cleaner lady, who's trying to kill English, basically. He then finds out Vortex is 3 people, and they each have 3 keys for a secret weapon. The lady shot a bullet through the pillow to kill Titus Fisher, and basically to silence it. Man stole one of the keys. He sprayed some. The lady sprayed English with something. He took the lift down. You've met your matchstick, we hear. Tucker got kicked. There was a plank to the private's tyre, and then he took the key, basically because he's getting old. He can't do all the stuff he was doing, so he was just making it easier for himself. A man took out a Susan, one of the air hostesses, but then he said, "No, it's not Susan, it's Shushan." He then had this vision of Mozambique. Basically, every time someone says Mozambique, whatever, his eyes start to twitch. The key was then taken. The killer cleaner lady was back. English got Pegasus' mother. They walked out through... the actual granny walked out, and then the killer cleaner was there. She threw knives. "You murderous crow," we hear. The grandma whacked English. So we think Simon Artem Karlenko and Titus Fisher are the 3 members, but we see Karlenko turn around, but then after we know Simon's hair, so he's the 3rd member, but people are thinking it's someone else in MI7. We've got Madeline, who's played by Josephine Delabaume, who's like works with Simon. Peter Adams is Johnny English's golf name. He was calling Podolfkin, Pussykin, basically Karlenko's golf name. He said the voice, it moved forward, it was like stop. He called a club a bat. The killer cleaner shot Karlenko's caddy and himself. They were then singing Don't Give Up On Us Baby to make sure he doesn't die. We've got Stephen Campbell Moore, who plays the Prime Minister. Andrew Wardle, who plays Foreign Secretary. It was like, give me 24 hours, because he was like stuck in the chair. What do you want for dessert? You. And bring 2 spoons. Simon was about to shoot English, because he was saying, do you have any idea who it was? But because he was thinking he was accusing him, but no. Tucker was saying Simon was the 3rd man in Vortex, but like English was like, no, it can't be. Then some guy came in. English was trying to pee, and he said, sometimes I have trouble myself. Simon made up a secret service, basically Armitage, which is a kitchen and bath company. Well, Armitage Shanks is the full name. Simon's called Pegasus to say English is the 3rd man in Vortex. English then took Patches' wheelchair, pulled a gun out at some old people. He then turned towards the car, and there was like a sudden boom. The car's creeped up on him. He then pressed this ZZ button and went underneath the lorry. When he went to Kate's house, he then had this injury. He put his trouser on, but the wrong way. He put his zip back up. This secret weapon that Vortex is doing is a mind control drug called timoxylene barbibutanol, and basically they go into this panic state at first when taken, and then they just go back to normal, and they obey everything they're being told, but then after they die of heart attack or heart failure. Kate and English nearly kissed. English eventually found out that Simon was the 3rd man in Vortex after seeing him get in the car. The killer cleaner was here again. English went down the rubbish chute. Marilla Fostrup plays the voice of the Royce. There was this obstruction detected, and this laser beam came from the statue on the top of the car. It was like a perfect fit. It went through. Cameras all over the place were going off because he was speeding. A distress signal. Well, he thought it was the Ascender, but it was actually a distress signal. And it was going, agent in distress. And it was making this noise. And then it sent off a signal. But then he had a plan for Tucker to knock him out and take him as his prisoner. Bern Gorman plays Slater, who also works with Simon. He put the drug in the drink. English then drank the drink and then the drug as well. Pegasus was supposed to do it, but she got distracted. English punched Pegasus, which he was like, duck, and then what? And then he just punched her. Madeline saw Tucker. He then changed a gun to a banana. The left hand is fighting the right hand, basically, with all this training English has done. He was trying to overcome the mind control. Tucker was then trying to interrupt the frequency. English, we thought, was lost, but then Kate kissed English. Well, eventually came back after a while. And then Tucker was like, I won't kiss you if you don't mind. English then parachuted, he landed on a vehicle, and then he then jumped up to the cart. Another balls up Johnny, says Simon, but with the training, he doesn't feel anything with a kick to the balls. English then kicked Simon in the privates. He then fell in the snow. He thought he had the bulletproof shield, but it was actually the T2 missile launcher, but Tucker was trying to say, close it, it's the T2. And then he then blew up the cart. English was then knighted again, but the killer cleaner was back and was pretending to be the queen. We then see a snippet at the end of English ordering takeaway, but he didn't actually order takeaway. He saw a DVD and he was like cutting up vegetables and that, making a meal himself with music, and Kate was looking over. Overall, I would give this film 4 stars as well. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.